Just give me.
You forgot the glass.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
And there's another bottle in
wow.
the.
Oh, maybe now it's too late.
What?
I use that hey Meg, but I'll have to wait.
Oh, she's got to go get her wine.
All right, what do you
Oh, there we go. Oh, your daughter's coming to join
There's
us
another bottle in the refrigerator. All righty.
as she listens to our craziness over.
All righty. Well, wait till we'll do small talk till he gets up here, and everybody.
I like your, John. I like the new your new intro for the channel.
Coach made that for me. He made both of them.
Oh, what a nice
Yep.
guy.
For when Megan and I do our Friday antics, it's this one. Get that corn out of my face.
Then I'm a kid, rock it up and down your block with a bottle of scotch and watch lots of crotch. Buy a yacht with a flag saying chillin' the most. Then rock that bitch up and down the coast. Give a toast to the sun, drink with the stars.
I'm gonna try and get an outfit so I look like
Oh,
that. My little character for ICCCCCCCC.
So Megan likes all. Does Megan like collecting stuff too, or not? Or not really?
No,
or
she could
kind
care
of. I
less.
don't know.
She's in it for the wine,
Oh, okay.
right?
All right.
Hey, I have a curious question.
Wait, what?
Why is there coffee in a coffee cup?
I knew it.
You're a fool.
I knew it.
Oh, wait, is there still some in that one?
Because when I went to get wine, it's like, oh, I gotta put that away.
What do you?
Busted.
Huh.
Did she drink this with you? I don't want this crap.
What do you? What is that? Is that like a local wine, or is it?
No, just somebody drank out of it. She doesn't know. Whatever.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
bad. It's they didn't have
Apparently, your relationship ain't either.
whatever. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay.
Unpleasing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Scott Westbrook is in the
God!
house.
What's happening? Scott, do you collect any toys or no? Star Wars toys, to be clear, right? We gotta be clear.
God, if they take batteries, it works too.
And here we go.
Some Star Wars toys take batteries, though, don't they?
Yep, it's true. It's true. We're hoping to have more people on here tonight. Not really. Aw. Alrighty.
Now we'll have to
So-
change that, Scotty.
Do you like?
Okay,
so
here we
open
go.
toys or,
Come on.
or to keep them in card backs or whatever, or in boxes. So this is my.
Oh.
Look at the scroll. This
Boy.
is my.
That's true, but there's some ugly people out there that don't get that choice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or chance. That was really rude, actually.
Yeah, that's right. It's all right. It's all good. So I posted this on Star Wars Vintage Facebook thing.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get more people on here since toys.
Oh, you're really opening something?
I'm not opening anything.
Oh.
It's just a discussion on people open their stuff and have fun with it, and other people keep them in
Preferred.
boxes and live gloomy, lonely lives in Canada.
John has already secretly converted to inbox collecting as well as loose. True or false?
See, now I have Ahsoka carded
Those are
and
openers.
open. Same thing with Thrawn, but the only reason I do that is if I lose a weapon or something,
Yeah,
or
well,
lose the figure that I
there you
really
go.
really like. That's the only reason I have doubles of
That's-
some of my favorite ones. At some point,
that's
they
one
will-
problem I find. That's one problem I find with Hasbro is that they don't do any weapons packs or anything like that.
My mom.
Like accessories, John, like accessories, weapons
Right.
packs. They don't do any of that. You know, they used to, at least back in the Kenner days, and a bit into the earlier Hasbro era. Rogue Sarge is in the house.
Wait, is that the wrong one? Let me see here. Just a second, Rogue.
I think he,
Let's see what you want. When the Phantom Menace came out, they sold, and GI Joe was good. I think GI Joe started it. They would sell just accessory packs and that. That was nice. I don't know why
Yeah.
Star Wars doesn't do that anymore. They don't do anything anymore. Not that I'm bitter about that or anything. So the HasLab announcement on Friday, supposedly it's a cantina. It's fine. I'm not super excited
Yeah.
about it. It's fine. I'll buy it.
well, they've killed the excitement a little bit by having that leak, or that
I would
yeah,
rather
that
I
leak
would rather have
that
it.
came out. I think it was a leak.
There he is.
What's going on, folks?
What's your job resume say?
Oh,
Which job?
What I sent you today. That was great.
What'd you send me today?
Wait. What? Here, I'll.
Oh, a messenger?
Yeah,
Oh, wait a minute. Let me
I
look.
killed. Let's see. Where's that? Oh yeah. Here I have
Oh, yeah,
technology.
about the resume. Yeah.
I have technology.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
This is what I sent Rogue today.
Yeah.
Killed bad guys. 1982 to 2012. Somebody's got to do it, and I'm glad it was you.
Yeah, well, it had to be done. So, but yeah, Megan,
Sup?
I scored you that hat at the Tequila Fest.
I'm excited about it.
All right, yeah, I'll bring it to ICC.
Do you even remember that fest?
Oh my God! I got comped tickets, so it didn't cost me to get in. Usually tickets were $60, but I got comp tickets. Me and my buddy Steve went, and within the first 5 minutes, we did 8 shots,
Jeez.
and then we got food because we got like tickets for free food, and all together in about 2 hours, I did 3 dozen shots.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
So you're just warming up for ICCCCC.
Oh my God! Well, we even pre-gamed before. We had daiquiris, frozen daiquiris before we went into the Tequila Fest,
Yep, and they're in the camp freezer.
and yeah, it was a good time.
How many times have you watched this video and laughed? Because you're whispering.
Whispering kills me. That's what gets
Oh
me.
God, yeah, no, I was not whispering.
Have you seen it? Darth Wizzy?
They had a DJ there, and yeah, kind of had to talk loud.
Oh my gosh. I like almost cry watching laughing so hard. So
Yeah.
yeah, you look like you had a good time there, Bobby.
Oh, dude, it was a good time. As a matter of fact, at the end of August 31st, which it goes into Labor Day weekend, they're having a cocktail carnival, where it's the same thing, but it'll be partially indoors and outdoors, different cocktails to sample, and then they're also going to have carnival rides. So I'm
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. But see, remember too, my stomach's smaller now, so the alcohol hits me a little faster.
Oh, that's
So
why
I
I'm
gotta-
slowing down.
Yeah, I gotta eat something like every couple of drinks to help absorb some of that alcohol.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good time.
So now, Rogue, you collect. Do you open or you keep yours carded?
I used to open because I like in my bedroom I've got like this display case. It's got like a mirrored backdrop and it's 3 shelves, and I used to keep in the 90s when the Playmates Star Trek figures came out.
I was
I used to-
totally,
I
yeah.
Yeah, I used to buy like if it was a really good figure that I liked, I bought two of them, one to card and one to open and display.
See, a lot of people do that. That's twice as much as what I've spent right here.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then
Yeah.
when all the new Star Wars figures came out in the early 90s, you know, the Power of the Force and all that, I pretty much did the same thing.
They're all bulked up.
And yeah, I'd keep one carded and then I'd bust one open to display. But now when I do buy, I just keep them carded.
Now, do you hang them on the wall, or how do you display your carded ones?
No, they're just boxed up right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, because hopefully, I mean, I might be moving by the end of the year, so I'm trying.
Oh,
not
I
to,
heard
like,
Tennessee,
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Oh, Jesus! How many people have
Going to
already asked me
Alaska.
that? So,
Oh, Miss Donna's buying a house. Was it Kentucky or Tennessee?
yeah, in Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
Rogue's
looks
going to
nice.
Kentucky.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah,
It
and
does.
I went through basic and AIT training at Fort Knox, Kentucky, back in the day.
My father
Yeah.
was stationed at Fort Knox,
Oh yeah,
and I think Uncle Paul went there too.
I was random.
cool.
So, John,
Well,
you
yeah.
were an Army brat?
No, oh no, he got drafted. It was before he got drafted right after he's married, because he wasn't home when Jenny was born. I don't know how many years he did. It wasn't too long, I don't think. But yeah, that was way before I was. He got drafted. Went to Germany. Never saw any action or anything. Worked on tanks, tank mechanic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I was on tanks back in the day, on active duty.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when was that, John? In the 50s or 60s, or when your dad was in?
50. Jenny was born in 58. Yeah, so late 58, 59.
Oh,
And then
wow. Okay.
my dad has we have five brothers, one sister. But anyway, he got drafted. So when my mom was in the hospital, they all went up there because he wasn't home. And then when the doctor came out, I don't know, I think it was Uncle Carl, like poked one of the brothers. Goes, well, I guess we're gonna find out whose it is. They told my mom I thought she was gonna die.
Jesus.
Guess we're gonna find out which
Damn.
one.
So, but yeah, I haven't bought
Okay,
any
Johnny.
new figures in a while.
Okay, loose versus inbox. John, where do you want to start?
I say loose. Why? Because they're toys. 2, I like to make
Okay.
dioramas or scenes with them. 3, I
Okay.
like to play with them. I'll fly a ship around in RV.
Okay.
But as my little scroll plays at the bottom, I'd rather touch a woman than look at her in a magazine. That's how I feel about people leaving in the boxes. Is that true,
Okay.
Rogue? See, Rogue knows that's true now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In person's always better.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know, something you can actually put your hand
Well,
on.
that's flesh and blood. These are just plastic animated. I
Yeah.
don't know, corpses.
Have you seen the
so it
women
doesn't-
nowadays?
It doesn't
Have you seen
apply.
the women nowadays?
John. Well, okay.
Yeah. See. Mhm.
Lots of women play with plastic.
All right. So, to me, like, okay, so again, they're toys. I want to play
Hold
with
on.
them.
Let me go get a couple of my figures.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
But I like to play with them. I like to make scenes with them, like set up scenes that I think could or would happen, or just in my imagination. So why do you like carded?
Well, first we'll stick with you. We'll get into me more right after. I'll answer that question. The first question I have for you, John, is when did you start originally collecting? Were you buying figures from 77 to 85?
Okay, so here's the funny thing. I was not allowed to watch a PG movie until whenever Coal Miner's Daughter came out. But they bought me, I had a Land Speeder, Obi-Wan, Luke, R2-D2, and C-3PO, and Chewbacca. and I kind of knew what it was, but I just played with them. But then I loved it so much. My dad, who thought the whole thing was just weird, Star Wars in general, he bought me bootleg VHS tapes of Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars, and I'd watch them over and over and over again. And Return of the Jedi was the first movie I actually saw in the theater.
That's Coal Miner's Daughter, 1980. This movie came out. I'm trying to
All
get a
right,
I'm trying to get a time frame here.
Yep.
Okay,
that
so
was the
John started collecting around 1980. I was just
Well,
born,
I had
roughly.
the original when Star Wars came out. I had Land Speeder, Luke, Obi-Wan, Chewbacca, R2-D2, and C-3PO.
I still have an original land speeder from '77.
Yep. With cracked windshield,
Nice.
which the kids
Yep.
won, and then they brought out the that Rider Bull one, that battery operated one,
Yep.
and I walked out the shed and it has a crack in the
Okay.
windscreen.
Jeez.
And I was like, huh, looks like
Oh,
my
we got
toy.
somebody else in
I
there.
don't even upset. I don't even upset.
These are some of the ones I've picked up like in the past year or two. I got this this Boba Fett
Nice.
box
Yeah.
set, and comes with. I'm sorry, I'm on my iPad right now. It comes
Yeah,
with,
that's
like,
all right.
two
I've
storm-
seen it.
Yeah, it's two stormtrooper helmets, and I'd like to build a little diorama with this, and then
You
I
should.
got-
I love that. I thoroughly enjoy that.
yeah, I got you know.
Did you like the Book of Boba Fett?
It had its moments. You know,
Yeah.
and then I got
that's
the Mandalorian in his original armor
nice.
before he got the new Beskar. And then I've got
Alright.
yeah,
Over here.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal figure when that one came out. The face
Yep.
sculpt on that.
Yeah, and then Axe Woves.
Yeah, they got
Oh,
a new one of him.
Yeah, and then Costco Reeves. I want to do
That's a beautiful figure.
yeah, I'd
fig
like
back.
to do a diorama with these three. I was thinking like a little bit of when they all first appeared in that episode. Was it The Princess? I want to do like kind of a hallway thing in the cruiser. So
When you,
I
when
want
you
to
do that,
build.
you need to stream it, Rogue. You
Yeah,
need to
I want-
stream it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about doing that. I started getting some of the materials and stuff for it because I'm going to use like foam core and styrene plastic
Yeah.
and make it like really sturdy and paint it up. And
Now, Blazer
Quick
Hawk, you collect
question.
it all?
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
I had a follow-up question. What's up, Laserhawk, for Bobby? Like when you saw Luke come on the Star Cruiser and that whole scene in Mando, what did
Oh,
that
yeah.
mean to you? Just
oh,
yeah, because you're an OG
Yeah.
OG. You
To-
saw the
to
movies
see-
right when they came out.
to see like Luke at his height as a Jedi, and of course they had to of course obscure his face so you couldn't tell it was him at first. But when he entered that hallway and he was just slicing through all the dark troopers, and you notice his face, the hood is over his face, is like that's how powerful he was because your eyes can deceive you. Don't trust them. He didn't need to see him. And, to see Luke doing that, and I was just, like everybody else, just blown away.
Now, when did you realize it was Luke?
Oh, it's as soon as I saw, the X-Wing,
The X-wing.
and then I'm
Yeah.
like, Luke's the only Jedi I think that's ever flown
See,
an
now
X-Wing.
I never thought of Luke. I thought when the X-Wing came in, when they
Yeah.
showed that, I was like, oh, I thought it was Ahsoka. I was like, oh, that's cool. Ahsoka's flying the X-Wing.
Yeah, but then,
And then
when
when
you
they showed
see
the
the hood,
the glove
and
or
then
whatever,
all of
yeah.
a sudden, when you see the green saber and then the gloved hand, and
Yeah, I was, ooh.
it's Luke, and I was
It
just
was.
like, it took my breath away.
And not to go on a rant, but I'm going to start it.
Yep,
Why would you not expand on that if you were Disney? Why?
exactly,
Why?
exactly.
Yeah,
look
they don't
look
get
what
it,
that
no.
did, like for people like us, for the fandom.
Mm-hmm.
How just everybody was just like, hell yeah, this is Star Wars. And then, well, because of COVID, I can understand a long time between seasons 2 and 3, but in season 3, it's like they just basically did nothing with it. Yeah, we saw
was a
Luke
different
again
show.
Yeah.
in Book of Boba Fett, but you know, it wasn't that season 2 finale. And
I mean,
so
in my
much-
opinion,
yeah,
those two episodes in Book of Boba Fett, when they had just the Mando in it,
yeah,
those should have been the first 2 episodes of season 3 of
exactly.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot that they could have run with. You know, people were talking, oh, let's do a spin-off with Luke, and you know, because yes, it'll be deep fake and all, but I mean, if that's what people wanted, I think it would have been, and if it was written
Haley.
properly, it would have done really well. But like now, I mean, I watched the first 2 episodes of Acolyte last night, and I was
That's
bored to death.
I never saw a single second of it, and it's like all I'm getting is just the breakdowns, like from Star Wars series channel.
Yeah,
That's
it was so bad. The lead character, Amanda Stenberg, she's a horrible actress. She can't deliver her lines well. She has the same facial expression throughout like the whole show. And of course, they gotta put the woke bullshit in it because they say, "Oh, her and her sister," and they were separated from their mom.
Oh, yeah, it's
The
all
lesbian?
You know,
Yeah,
and
Yep,
it's
I
like,
won't.
TV.
Yep, I won't.
and
Sometimes
just
I just
the portrayal of the Jedi themselves in it, they were pretty damn weak. And Carrie Ann Moss gets killed in the first 5 minutes.
So the thing, because I won't watch it. I won't. I have no desire.
Yeah.
No.
But I do subscribe to Star Wars was written for 12-year-old boys. Oh, goodbye.
Yeah.
And with that said, I do believe that, and I enjoy that because when I watch it, it takes me back to a place where nothing else matters.
Yeah.
But with me believing that's true, and you're doing all this woke now you're messing with kids, and that's a line I won't cross.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep,
It's-
You're messing
Yep.
with kids now, and I won't play the game. I won't
Yeah, I
support it. I won't nothing.
I don't tolerate that shit either.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go off on a serious rant, but I don't.
Well, that's
You know.
the thing. It's like, when Walt made his company, he did stuff for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the people that run it don't respect his legacy.
No. Nope. They're just trying to inject like whatever.
Leigh
You
Rose.
know. Oh, hey Scott. Hey Leia. Sorry, I'm on the iPad, so I'm switching like between things to
Alright.
see comments and stuff.
All right, so as far as
Yeah.
before we go back into the open and shut open and shut case.
Yeah.
So I had the original like toys and all that, and then
Yep.
and I started ever since I can remember. But do you guys remember? Well, all right, let's do original trilogy.
Yep.
Going into like
Yeah.
Sears
Stick
and
to-
all you saw TIE interceptors, like a wall of them.
Oh
And-
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know,
I could see it right now. And then when the Phantom Menace came out,
oh, there you go.
that's one of my favorite toys.
That's like my favorite tie variant. Is
Yeah.
the tie interceptor. Just looked so.
Yeah, that came out in '84,
badass. Yep.
1984.
And
It
then,
hit the pegs,
when,
or shelves,
when-
whatever.
When the Phantom Menace came out,
Yep.
you could get any and every character, all the ships and all that. The Clone Wars came out. I remember it was during our fair, and it was a midnight thing or something like that. I mean, I bought that wheel thing. The big Millennium Falcon came out that night. I mean, I spent stupid money.
Yeah.
But now you have
Oh.
these TV shows, and they'll come out with 2 or 3 figures, and you can get them in a year.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think that's hurting the brand also because if you have those figures ready, if the show comes out on Wednesday, you better have those toys in the show on Friday because
Yeah.
kids are going to buy them, going to play with them, make their own little world, and it's going to explode creation wise, and they don't have that now. Some of the figures I get in the mail, I'm like, oh, I forgot I even figured that or ordered that.
Yeah. It's like back in the day. It's like when new figures and toys came out. It was an event.
Oh man,
You know, like
Yes, it
like
was.
like you said when Phantom Menace came out.
it was
Toys
everywhere.
Toys R Us opened at midnight, which is like it was 15 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
KB Toys was still open. They all opened at midnight, and I mean the lines were like down the strip mall or whatever. I managed to, on my way to work, because I started work at 7 a.m. On my way to work, I was able to get I think 6 or 7 figures. And then when I left work on the way home, I stopped at another store. It was a department store around here, used to be called Bradley's. And I stopped there, and one whole aisle of just Phantom Menace stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, good thing I got the credit card on me, because
Yeah.
I had a shopping cart with the figures, and like the Naboo Starfighter, the electronic thing, the Jedi communicator, because the figures had that little
Yeah.
case
The
with
Comtech.
the Comtech
Yep.
with the chip in it.
Oh, that was
And
cool.
I bought that so I could read the chips,
I
because
still
the
have it,
figures
yep.
I cracked open. And then when I went to work the following day, me and other guys that collect were talking, hey, what did you get? What'd you score? Now, I mean, say with Mandalorian or any of, the Force Awakens, the sequel trilogy, people just weren't excited to collect any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad, because like kids don't play with toys anymore. The stuff that comes
Well, they
out is
still
mostly
do.
just, yeah, but not like when we were growing up.
Yeah.
We
You're
the
right, I
figures and
understand,
toys
but-
are mostly for just hardcore collectors.
Oh yeah, because the Star Wars toys I had and the GI Joe. I was a big GI Joe and Star Wars, and
Yeah,
a buddy of mine,
yep.
my best friend
G.I.
Joe,
Joe, too.
I mean, if we go to each other's house, we would load the trunk of Mom and Dad's car with stuff, and then take it over. I mean, that's all we did. That's all we
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And Mom and Dad let us take one room over in the house. All right, take that over, then clean up when you're all done. You could have the
Yep.
whole room. It was great.
Blaze, when did you start collecting? Are you an original trilogy
I never
generation?
I never
really?
collected anything.
ever?
No,
Wow.
no, because it's like and this kind of irked me a little bit, because it's like all my friends, classmates saw Star Wars, and the summer went through, and it's like my mom and dad never took us there. It wasn't until the September or October, when I was in the 3rd grade, that they finally took us to go see it. And the only thing I got from Star Wars was like a T-shirt and a poster.
Yeah.
I didn't get any. Now, I had a cousin. He had almost every single action figure
Yeah.
that you could name. His whole room was covered with Star Wars stuff. He had a Death Star. He had
Yeah.
X-Wings. He had the Millennium Falcon, the TIE
Nice.
Fighters. Yeah, he had the
Was it
collection, and
financial?
So,
Like,
yeah, I
parents
think
just
it's
didn't-
just because it was they where there's at the time there was 3 of us, my younger brother and my sister, and then my youngest sister came along later on. But hang on a sec.
Yeah, that was like me when the first Star Wars came out. I was using my weekly allowance to buy figures, and that first Christmas of '77, I got a few figures for Christmas, and even remember they had the little die-cast vehicles that were like metal and stuff.
That wasn't Micro Machines. It was.
No, it was by
uh,
Kenner, but they would just
it was Kenner.
had a die-cast.
Yep.
I got the land speeder, and
Nice.
yeah, and then but like my friend Steve that lived down the street, he had like all the stuff, and I just got
Does
it.
he
when
still
I
have
could.
it all?
I believe he does
Nah.
still have the majority of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now, as because when the Phantom Menace came out, we did the Toys R Us midnight thing, and my best friend
Yep.
Joe and I went up there, like Rogue said, stood in line and all that.
Yeah.
And the trailers were already out, and I wanted Darth Maul. Why we're going through and we couldn't find Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And I remember going up to the register, whatever we had, and a guy goes, "Here, you want this?" And it was a Darth Maul, but the card was all jacked up. And I was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
"You don't want it?" He goes, "No, the card." He said the cards, I can't remember, damaged or whatever it was.
Damn it.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah," and that's the first time I didn't even comprehend what he was even saying. Like, what does that matter? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, John. Well, here's a question for you. Forget about the Phantom Menace, but when you go back to you were mentioning back in 1984 when you said you saw walls of stacks of TIE interceptors.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
don't know if it
Sears.
was
I
a
remember that
Peyton-
clear as day.
Okay, with Sears. Okay, and you remember that day. Doesn't that bring you in that you want to get that maybe that inbox? Like you remember the nice race track around the packaging, that beautiful Kenner, the way that they
I
had
would
them
buy
on.
today, but I would open it up. I would
Yeah,
open
but
it up.
okay, so you don't. Yeah, but you don't. Well, okay, but you know, I mean, they're dated figures now. Things have moved on, but
Yeah.
you don't have any like appreciation. I'm not trying to put you down or anything, but you don't have any like. You just don't like the art.
I don't
You
understand.
don't like
it.
the.
Yep, I fully
Yeah.
admit I don't understand it. I don't get it
Okay,
all. It's
so-
like a woman. I'd rather touch a woman than look at her in a magazine.
So when you look at
Okay, I'm back.
say this nice
Nice.
Oh,
Power of the Force card,
Here, wait a
back,
minute. I have technology.
nice.
right? Yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a glare,
That's all right.
but a nice Imperial gunner like that.
Yep, it means nothing to me in the package. Nothing.
Yeah, but you don't remember any of this. You don't remember looking at
Oh, I
the
do.
back
I
of the
do.
card
Actually-
back.
And then the vehicles come with the book of all the figures,
Yeah.
all the toys, and all that.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't know if you didn't open
Yeah, I
it.
didn't-
I'm saying.
Yeah, that was. I could spend hours just looking at the little
Yeah.
booklet. You know, it'd be like like just wishing. Oh man, I
Uh-huh.
gotta get that.
Okay, so
Um,
John, why don't you keep any of that? Like, wouldn't you want to keep that even for memory's sake? When you look back and you remember
I used
you were clicking off your figures that in vehicles that you had. None of
used-
that.
I used to keep the card backs only for the fact that I used to keep the card backs from G.I. Joe because they had the classified things on it.
Yeah, I had the
Yeah.
dossier.
And, so,
Yeah.
and then they came out with the little box, so I would start cutting those out because they came out with a little box that you would put them in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
think I got rid of. I think somebody took my card backs, or not took them, but like wanted them. Like
I
don't-
think I still have the G.I. Joe dossier cards of figures I had, and I still have some of the Star Wars figure card backs.
and I regret getting rid of my GI Joe toys. I don't know why I did.
Yeah, I sold.
Is that all right?
a lot
Which
of
one
them.
is that?
So
From Return of the Jedi. Is that the one with the removable helmet?
No, this is an
He got the
original.
notes in the package.
Oh, okay, the original. All right, nice.
yeah,
No.
Oh, here.
there is one
Doesn't
thing
that-
that I also did have.
This is my all-time favorite Darth Vader figure. All-time favorite. Let's see if I can do this without jacking it up. And it's a newer one, but just I like his stance.
Yeah, I can't. There it's coming through.
Okay.
Okay.
Which one is that?
And I can't remember what year that came out, but that is my favorite Darth Vader figure.
Do you have any idea when it came out?
But you know
Roughly?
what? Let me put the glasses on, I can tell you.
That's one of the Power
It
of the
should-
Force
it-
figures, I think, isn't it?
It's after that because he's not bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got cloth. Let's see here. Oh,
One thing I did have from the first Star Wars was some trading cards.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 90s at
Oh,
least,
okay.
maybe 2000s.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, that-
Blazer, have you ever wanted to start collecting now that you kind of missed that opportunity back in the day? Don't you want to pick up some stuff?
No, not really. I mean, it's when my boys were young and the prequels came out, and we did get them some Star Wars toys. So we got them those like plastic lightsabers because
Yep.
it's like my younger
Yeah.
son, he loved watching the Phantom Menace, and
Oh, you know,
every
hold on.
time
let,
there's-
let me go
every-
get something.
every
so,
time
bro,
he was
do you-
watching
Okay.
every time he was watching a lightsaber action, he'd have his lightsaber and he'd pretend to be a Jedi. He pretended to be Obi-Wan, and my older son was Qui-Gon,
Nah.
and so,
Oh, okay.
and so they do that. So I got because I could relate to that. Is one of those things where it's okay. We couldn't afford much to get anything, but we would get them a few toys. And I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do remember the lightsabers that we have, and I do have a puzzle piece.
When Rogue gets back, I'm gonna ask him. Well, Darth Wizzy, how old are you?
Well, right now
that?
I'm 43, turning 44.
All right. when
So
Rogue
I
gets
was
back-
born when Empire. I was born when Empire just came out in the theaters.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Rogue because he'll remember our lightsabers. They were awesome in every way.
Yeah.
Because that would have been
What the ones from?
they were.
I had
they
the
were
Return of the
flashlights.
Jedi.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had
they were-
I had
It
those
was
too.
flashlights.
I had all the
with-
original Kenner stuff.
Yep,
most
with the
of it
tube and
anyway.
then
But yeah,
a green cap or a red cap on if it was Darth Vader's or Luke's. Only
but the
we
sabers that I
them
got my
small.
boys were those plastic ones where you could fold them in. You could
No,
pull them
this
out
was-
and then you can
yeah.
fold them in.
These were they were already extended, just one
Uh-huh.
tube. It was like it was not really a hard plastic. Hey Rogue,
Yeah.
do you remember our lightsabers? Well, it was a flashlight with the tube,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then it had a red cap for Darth Vader and a green cap
Yep.
for.
When they first came out, yeah, it was
Yeah.
basically like a
Yeah,
flashlight.
I remember that. I do
mean,
remember
I think
that.
it was supposed to be somewhat hard, but
is.
you hit each other and it was
Oh, there
they
we
didn't
go.
last long, but they're
Qui-Gon's
glorious. Oh yeah,
lightsaber
Uh-huh.
from
Yeah, we had
97.
yeah.
they're fun to flick, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are the
Yeah.
ones that we
Yeah.
had. And we had a green one and we had a purple one.
Yeah, I think I gotta change out the battery that was in here.
And I think we might have had a red one too. We didn't get the dual sword one, but yeah, we had the
Oh,
single
and then I
piece
have,
just like that.
I had it was it's Qui-Gon. It was Qui-Gon's lightsaber, but the blade was foam, and it was a Darth Maul's seeker droid that was on a stand that would shoot foam darts at you.
Do you remember?
That was cool. That's still cool.
One of the official Star Wars ones with the inflatable blade.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Nah.
Yeah, that cheesy, just when you'd hit something with it. Those were the days.
Uh-huh.
Now,
So-
Darth Wizzy, when
so
you started
John-
collecting, did you?
I
Oh, wait, what do you got?
yeah.
Oh, wait, I gotta put my glass. Wait, I have technology.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. I have.
remember when
Yep.
that came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got that. It's open down there because I'm an opener and I play with my toys.
Yeah, this is actually opened. But
It's like
I like the box, but you don't like the box art. Like it does not like that. You don't appreciate
It's like
no
the
batteries
art.
in it.
You
It's like
don't
a woman-
appreciate the art of it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
they
not
only
like a
made,
woman.
nice
It's nothing
boxes.
like that.
it's like a woman buying a dildo and just keeping it in the box. Yep, no pleasure in it.
Yeah.
I can change that. I can't. I shouldn't. I shouldn't even said that. But it's true.
But John, when what I was trying to get at, when you walked into a store, whether it was Sears,
And that is
whatever,
awesome
Toys
stuff.
R Us, KB Toys, and you remember all
Oh.
those rows of beautiful figures in there,
Oh.
like, but didn't like what I'm trying to say is like didn't when you saw stuff like this, thousands of just beautiful figures like that
Yeah.
at the time, and
Yeah,
this
I don't get- I
beautiful
just-
racetrack. Doesn't that make you just want to like? I'm not saying don't have loose collection. I'm all about loose figures.
I
and
do.
having
I
them
get that
displayed
part
and
for the
everything.
art and all that, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
what I'm
you-
talking
it makes,
about.
It makes you want to get them all and like hang them to like.
Yeah,
kinda
like don't you want to kind of have
simulate the
I've
toy
just-
aisle?
I've just never had that desire.
this is my point, because there's an art behind marketing, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
to me, Kenner, however they did it, putting in that racetrack design, it just looks beautiful. I don't
Yeah.
care if it's on Modern
their
Black
design
Series,
and
nice,
packaging was phenomenal.
Yeah.
you know, whether it's Modern Black Series or whatever, it just, and then you put a really nice figure in there, especially the stuff of today, which I agree
Yeah.
with John. I love the new stuff better because now they look so much more closer to screen accuracy. It's
Yeah, and
insane.
that's
Oh, yeah.
right?
because a lot of people are like hardcore, like old vintage, like the original. I'll take a new figure over an old one in a heartbeat. I mean, the sculpt's
Oh
much
yeah,
better,
because the sculpting
articulation.
technology is so
Yeah.
much better.
I mean, I got most of my
I mean-
vintage stuff is, up in the loft.
Yeah.
Because I don't even mess
Yeah, I
with
mean,
it
like-
anymore.
Second.
Like, look at this Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
You know,
Which is
like
loose.
that's your X-wing pilot. You know, you've gone from that. Sorry, I don't have all my my Kenners out, so. But I mean, then you just look at a modern stormtrooper. This is actually a Luke disguised stormtrooper.
Oh yeah, yep.
It's not going to focus properly, but you know, when you look at this, like, that's insane. This is something. If this came out back in 1978, and then you put it next to the stormtrooper you had back then,
Yeah.
I mean, that would, everybody would have just been, you know, and all the people that were, you know, the older people that were buying this stuff and storing it away back then. I mean, they would have, that would have turned people over to be buying this stuff 10 times more. I mean, it's just insane what we have today. I find, oh, here's X-Wing.
Hey, X-wing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like back in the day, like when those first, the first set of figures came out for Star Wars. Yeah, they look great, but then I think they got better with each movie, like especially the sculpts, like when
Yeah.
Empire came out. The what do you call it?
Oh,
The,
I know what you're talking about now.
The AT-AT pilot, that was one of my favorite figures. Then when they released
Yeah.
the TIE Fighter pilot, that figure looked phenomenal. And then, you know, like Luke in the Dagobah, well, the fatigues there, the tan outfit. The Han Solo from Empire, you know, yeah.
I mean, this is a
Fantastic.
2010 version.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, but I mean, like, when you look at this, it's just, well, here's a 1982 or 81 TIE pilot. I don't know if it's going to
Yeah.
focus or not.
All
They're
right, so,
basically kind of the
yeah,
same figure.
I still have my original
Like-
AT-AT and TIE Fighter pilot, and then
Nice.
like when Return of the Jedi came out, figures were released about 3 weeks before the movie came out. So I
remember.
I picked up the, you know, the Luke in the black Jedi outfit and the Biker Scout, and
I
Yeah.
love the bike.
I was
Biker
blown
Scout's my
away by the
favorite.
Biker Scout figure back in the day. That was another one of my favorites. It's like the Imperials were like the coolest figures.
So to X-Wing's point,
So
like in a New
Yeah.
Hope Star Wars, we had Imperial
well,
pilots.
guys, I gotta take off here.
Oh, all
Well,
right,
thanks for
Darren.
joining us.
So
We're
Cheers,
guys,
John.
take care. Check out my
See you,
latest
man.
video. I talked about the show that was on Disney Plus. It's called The Beach Boys documentary, and I talked
Is that
about
good?
that. So it was good.
All right,
I like
yeah.
it. So
I'll,
yeah,
I
check
do
it
want to
I'll
out.
have to catch your video.
So all right, you guys take care.
all right. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
But
Like,
I
just
remember
got
watching.
I have the Black Series at Driver. Yeah, that figure.
I love it.
That's one of my favorites.
I bet I got.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how many Biker Scouts I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this one.
It's
But
like, you know what,
when
I
that
have,
so
showed up
cool
on
back
screen,
then.
it was like
Yeah.
you just that was cool.
yeah.
'Cause I remember you had the stormtroopers and we had the TIE fighter pilots, which I think are both just incredibly awesome. But
Yeah.
Empire Strike, when they
Yeah.
showed the AT-AT pilot, I'm like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's
When,
badass.
yeah, when I first
Driver.
showed, when they showed that
AT-AT
that-
driver.
Yep.
It's
When they
at.
showed the driver on screen, I was like,
Imperial
that's
Walker.
cool. I hope they make a figure of it, and they did. And I snatched it up as soon as it came out.
Sweet.
But yeah, I have an at driver Black Series, and also a TIE Fighter pilot Black Series. They're really nice, but those original 3 3/4 variants were just still two of my favorite toys to this day.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like but that's another part I wanted to get into, John. Is I love the history of the entire Star Wars, like just the entire line, because you have it's now like eventually it's going to be 50 years and another 3 years I think.
Brace, don't say that.
Of Star Wars toys.
Well,
like that's insane.
It was I caught it a few weeks ago. It was that show on the History Channel, The Toys That Made America. And,
I've seen that. It's been a while ago.
And they talked about Kenner.
And the guy's hand was like 3 3/4 inches or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I want to figure that's this big. And that's how they came up with the size.
They talked about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the part that saddened me the most was when they talked about Return of the Jedi. And they made like millions of figures with the cards Revenge of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And then Lucasfilm, oh no, we're changing because Jedis don't seek revenge. So they had to throw out all those toys that were already on the cards, already in packages.
And my buddy had the poster.
Oh yeah,
the red one.
I think what they did was they took them out of most of the bubbles and they just packaged them back in like those in the baggies. I don't think they threw them all out, but I think some of them did hit retailers. Like I think there are some revenge cards
some
out
of the
there.
cards were released, and I know they draw like a pretty penny these days.
Now,
yeah, because I remember getting some of those. Like the first Jedi Luke I had as a kid was the one with the blue lightsaber.
Yeah,
it didn't come with the green.
Yep.
So now I have to go and somehow I have to go pick one of those up because I'm sort of on a quest to pick up all the. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Imperial Dignitary.
Yeah.
And you took that right out of the package.
I think that was, God, I don't know. That's probably 20.
Sacrilege.
Yeah.
And, I was like, well, it's no good. And then my George Lucas, that was at a convention.
Yeah. It's sort of focusing. Yeah,
Yep.
there it's kind of coming.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
go
I remember
back
seeing
a bit.
photos
Yeah, it
of
looks
that.
better. Yeah.
And didn't they make a George Lucas Stormtrooper also?
Yeah, I think he's in my Stormtrooper
Yeah, they
box.
did. Here I have it in pack. I have it in pack in the clamshell. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Yeah, I can see it. Damn.
Anyways, but the face sculpt on this,
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think this one came out 2006. Like they nailed some of these were pretty awesome. I think that's a really good face sculpt.
Yeah.
I mean the helmet and the his stormtrooper outfit is very dated.
Well, like that one they did
now.
Was it like 2 years ago? They made a Dave Filoni as the Trapper Wolf
Black Series, I think.
Yeah, and
that's in the 6-inch line though.
The face sculpt on that just didn't.
Yeah, he looked like his jaw was all.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah,
looking.
It was not a good face.
It's kind of weird. Like Black Series, it's supposed to be a line that was originally supposed to be definitive.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, like they get some really nice stuff, and you kind of look at the price. I mean, right now they're charging, an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like some of them are just like they're good, but it just seems like they're overpriced compared to what you're really getting when you look at sometimes some of these 3 3/4 sculpts that they've done. I mean, looking at that George Lucas, I mean that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
that was 15 years
good.
ago.
Yep.
And he looks damn good. I think that's almost 20-year-old figure.
Aren't they showcasing the next HasLab thing this Friday? I think.
Yeah, and
they are.
It's a Cantina. I'm just not excited about it. I'll buy it, but I'm not excited about it.
Where's that thing you sent me the other day about that that set, that Cantina thing?
Yeah.
I was like,
oh,
holy crap. I was like, that's impressive.
See that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't mind building that thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they come out with as far as a cantina, and then
Yeah.
whether it's almost like it might be one of those ones where you might want to almost get somebody to do a custom or do a custom yourself. You know
Well,
what I mean?
like if you
can
go
you
on,
use
on,
that to expand
on Etsy, there's a lot of people like producing stuff, 3D printing stuff, and they're making like
Yeah.
panels for play sets for dioramas, and the stuff they're making is absolutely
Crazy. Yeah.
incredible.
it? Phenomenal. Some of
yeah,
it's phenomenal.
I'd love to order some of it so I can build up some things.
I'm gonna start. I mean, the only I've got a few custom figures on card back, and the one guy I have bought a few items of is Stan Solo, and I would like to get a lot more of his stuff. But
Yeah.
it's sort of like you're going vintage collection, Kenner, and then all the modern stuff. There's some
Yeah.
guys that are making some really classical type Kenner dioramas, but in that classical Kenner style. There's
Yeah,
this one called Peely Toys or Pele Toys. I might have
Pele,
sent.
yeah.
I might have sent it to you.
I think so.
Bobby,
Yeah.
I'll have to start
Um,
sending you some of these links, John, on Instagram.
Let me see.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just there's just so much stuff, and eventually you
Yeah. See, like this
it's like
guy.
what do you collect?
Yeah.
This guy made
Because a lot of it's so cool.
I don't know if you can see it. That's on Etsy that a guy made.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A nice
Yeah.
classic there.
It's actually that's like an art print. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an art print. But then another guy made a third leg set for your droid figures, the classic droid figures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3D printed
Beautiful.
third leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some of the stuff the folks on Etsy make is just
I need a 3D printed
it's
third leg.
unbelievable.
Jimmy Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
See,
need a-
like, look,
I need a
this
3D
guy,
printed third leg. They call me tripod pod.
yeah. Like this guy, he made the grid work from the grading from Jabba's palace.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's the thing with Jabba's Palace. I bought the Book of Boba Fett version, which it should have just been the Return of the Jedi version. I
Yeah.
was so stupid
I
that
do
they
like
even
the
marketed
default,
it
though.
under that.
I like it.
Pardon me,
I like
John?
it. I'm glad they did
Yeah.
both. I mean, because I got it right here, and that's a nice set. That's why I thought they just do the
Yeah.
cantina like that. I don't want
Yeah.
that for HasLab, but that's my own personal opinion. Give me a ship. Give me a big
Yeah.
ship.
Because
No, I-
was
Yeah.
it,
A shuttle.
last year's HasLab was the Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
what they're going to do for this year.
Yeah. Rumor is it's at cantina.
Yeah,
I hope
Okay.
not.
Mm.
I just think the whole HasLab model for TVC and just Star Wars, like generally speaking, I think it's just kind of stupid. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Because Star Wars still sells. Like if you just make the stuff that people kind of want, like I will buy
Yeah.
a cantina. I mean, I don't like being rushed into it because they're dropping
Well,
it when they want to.
You know what
sell
would
it.
be really cool? A TIE Interceptor to scale for a Black Series figure.
Oh, they made that.
Yeah, that would
first
be
one.
interesting.
Well,
bought
they
that
made
for my
that.
son.
They
I
made
would
that
buy
one new TIE fighter from like Force Awakens.
Yep, I bought that for my son.
Yeah.
Yep,
For that, but if they made a classic like
I would buy
classic
that.
TIE fighter or
I
TIE
would buy
Interceptor,
that.
even a TIE bomber for a Black Series
Yeah.
figure, I would snatch that shit up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the Black Series scale, it's only,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
can
know.
you
It's
could
not
you
the right
imagine
scale,
like
John.
a scale X-wing fighter to
to
fit, like the
Yeah,
Luke
it's
Skywalker
cool, but
X-wing pilot?
I'm not against it. But I mean, like, I think the problem with Black Series, I don't want to turn this into like I own
Yep.
Black Series stuff. I like Black Series, you know, the line. You
Yeah.
know, this is an absolutely beautiful, harkens back to the classic Kenner, which I showed
Yeah.
earlier. But it's not a scale that I just find a lot of the guys that are just like, I only collect Black Series, and they're complaining about it. But
Yeah.
you know, it's too big. They're more centerpiece type items that are
I don't have room
not
for what I
hot
have
toys,
for 3
not on
3/4.
a crazy
Yeah.
budget.
Yeah. That's the
you
thing
know?
is like trying to display something like that.
Like for me, like Black Series, it's pretty much I would, even though I do have a lot of some of the modern, you know, the Disney, you know, Black Series stuff, you know,
Yeah.
season 1 and 2 of Mando and the Bad Batch, which I think is actually a good show.
I like the
Surprisingly,
Bad Batch.
it's a cartoon, but
And the
Yeah.
Bad
you know,
Batch,
it's just that whole
That's
scale.
enough.
It's retarded. It's just it's there's just too much of that. I like for example, the Bad Batch should have been in the vintage collection right
I
off the
just
bat.
don't-
They should have done the
I don't
vehicle.
understand.
They should have had the figures there. I'm not saying don't do it in the Black Series, but you know, the Black Series hasn't even caught up on OT characters. Like there's so many of them that, you know, if you want to fill out some sort of semi dioramas, because you can't do a proper diorama really with Black Series that scale.
Yeah.
Not unless you're
yeah.
living in a gigantic
Well,
mansion
like,
the
look at
size
this,
of the Sky Dome.
There's a gentleman I follow on Instagram. He's a model builder out of Europe. He
Yeah.
just 3D printed. Look at this X-wing. I mean this Y-wing.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the
But it's
diorama
huge.
builder. Yeah, and it's all lit up. It's all wired. It's nice.
It's crazy.
And the Black Series figure can fit in there? Is it actually 2 scale or is it
I'm not sure.
or is it more of a model? 'Cause that cockpit,
It's
I don't know, I
it's
could be
more of
wrong.
it's more of a model kit, but
Yeah, see,
he also
there,
did a
that's another
he also built a
You just-
Hammerhead Corvette.
okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, right
What?
on, yeah.
Yeah, he did all that, all 3D printed.
I have a 3D
Yeah.
printer. I barely know how to use it.
Yeah, I mean the guy he
I haven't bought
does
one yet.
phenomenal.
I used to
work.
like doing stuff like that, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I'd become
I
lazy
could
and
work on
retarded.
stuff like that all day.
Yeah.
Um,
We used to build a lot of models, didn't you, Bobby?
yeah. I
Oh,
used
yeah?
to build a lot.
I did cars back in the day, and that was about it.
You know, I still got to finish that little E-wing that I was painting on a live stream months ago. I still got to finish that up, and I have the Bad Batch Marauder ship.
Nice.
I have that model kit, so I wanna build that up too. So hopefully one of these days I'll get around to it. Work is so damn busy. Oh yeah, and get this, I'm going to ICC in October, the 3rd through the 6th, and I fly home the 6th. I'm home for 1 day, and then I'm flying to Arizona for a week to go see Iron Maiden.
No, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I'm
Awesome.
going to be a wreck for like
Yeah,
2
I
months
bet.
straight.
Well,
Oh,
enjoy it.
Yeah,
only live
I got up
once.
early this morning. I got to get up early tomorrow. But
Yeah,
this,
I
it's
still
been-
got like dishes and stuff to do.
this has
for
been
dinner.
great. Well, I do this more. I do
Yeah,
like
I'd like to
toys.
talk
That's my life.
collecting. I'd like to talk collecting more.
Cool.
Okay,
All right,
so
well-
John starts. John, I think we've come to the conclusion that you're in denial and that you have to buy some carded figures for your room. So
I have
you can
some, only
of
if
those
I lose a
classic,
figure. And,
get some of those classic trilogy ones and put them on. You know, that bring you back to when you went into the store and right.
I'd open them up. I would open them up.
Yeah.
Well, don't you want to put them up and then it shows you
No,
know
I don't.
you can buy 2?
No,
Okay.
I do have.
So we haven't
posters.
convinced you.
No.
I know you
No.
don't need any posters. Don't you like anything? You don't like? Do you like
I
any
know,
art?
I
Do you
got
have
all kinds of
pictures in your house?
posters. One of my favorite is the Attack of the Clones. Size matters not.
Yeah.
You can't see- It's up on the
Okay.
I have to dig them out. They're in
Well,
a
you've
box
lived
in
by
the
that.
attic.
Size matters.
Yeah.
Not.
But, I still have a set of the 4 Empire Strikes Back glasses from Burger King.
I got those down in my
from
cabinet.
back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
fancy
I've
nights.
got them upstairs.
Fancy
So,
nights.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks,
Okay.
you guys. I appreciate it, and we will do more of this because I do enjoy this. I do love
All
the
right.
toys.
Oh God,
And
that's one of the coolest vehicles ever.
I love them. Absolutely
Yeah,
love
this is
them.
the classic, and here's the new version. I
Yeah.
don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this, and it's
Yeah,
kinda
I
retarded,
had
but-
the classic one, and then I bought it again when the Power of the Force line came out.
Nice.
Yeah,
you know, and you don't get the
Speeder
action. You
bike.
don't get the
Explosion.
yeah, the blow apart action.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this 83 one's pretty impressive. You know, but they did this
Yeah.
justice. You know, you get a nice carded figure with it with the new TBC
Yep.
one. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. So
Nice.
I got one up there, and I got the box over there, and then obviously I've shown the original Kenner one in box. Do you guys want to see it before we sign off, or
yeah.
finish it
I wanna
off?
see it,
Or-
yep.
Oh,
Nice.
yep, there you go. Very
It's
nice.
back, and then obviously you got the new one.
I got
Yep.
I got a 12-inch speeder bike.
Oh,
Yeah, I have that. I got one of them
I
too
remember
for Black
seeing
Series.
that in
I
the
think
stores, and I never picked one up.
well, you can get them now.
Yeah, I just
Get out there, man.
I know. I gotta go to Ollie's and Seacock this weekend. See what
Yeah.
I can get my hands on and stuff.
Yeah, I think they're on sale on Amazon.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Like if you want the modern TVC one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like these are everywhere, man.
yeah. All right. Yeah, I just gotta
You
look
know.
for it.
You know, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's here.
Just go to John's house and pluck one. Just kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, look at that thing.
You won't even notice, poor guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just kidding.
On my. Are you leaving? Oh, all right. I love you.
Is that the 12-inch, John?
That's 12-inch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the big one from like what 2004, or is that?
that I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
because I
came out
remember.
around
I
that
remember
time.
they came out with a few versions of that. I was tempted to pick it up once, and I just said, "F it," you know.
Yeah. Didn't they also come out with a 12-inch scale like?
Yep. I
Tauntaun?
got. I got. Wait. I got that.
Oh, jeez. You're gonna have to catalog all that stuff, John.
Yeah. Well, now he doesn't even know what the dates are on all that. That's why he should have bought.
Yeah.
He should have done inbox and loose, John. See, because if you bought two of everything, then you'd be able to at least sort of have an ability to kind of backtrack and.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just kidding, man. Fuck. In 100 years, this is all going to be landfill, anyways.
Oh,
Where the
God,
plastic's going
yeah.
to start breaking down. You know.
But I mean, look how long it's held up. You know, some of these toys.
They're deteriorating. I don't know. Like that's one topic we could talk about. Is graded? Is there a point to really getting this stuff graded? Because you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of it, like you
discolored.
buy at AFA, and
Yeah.
the grades don't even hold up anymore because you know they start popping just the way they grade them. It doesn't even make sense, anyways. That looks beautiful,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's the only reason I get and I have very, very few Black Series.
Well, that's that. See, when you do small little like focused mini scenes of Black Series, they look you can make it look fantastic.
Yeah, you can
and
really make a figure like pop.
yeah, and when you have people come into your house, like it's not like a puny little figure where they got to walk right up and then they see, it's like that's a big, it does
Yeah.
look nice, right?
It's like I made 3 of those so far. I got the speeder bikes. I got the Emperor and the 2 guards next to him, and I have Ahsoka and Rex. And I had lights in them, but I want to get ones where I just plug them in, where I don't have to worry about batteries or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty.
Well,
Well, I think I'm
awesome.
going to call tonight. I appreciate it, you guys. We're
Oh
we'll
yeah,
definitely do
thanks,
more of
thanks
these.
for having me.
All right. We'll
Yeah,
see
we
you
do some
maybe next
collector
Wednesday.
focus shows.
I do
All
like
right.
it. I do like it. All right. We'll
Yeah.
see you guys.
Okay,
Thank
All right,
you.
take it easy, gents.
All right. Bye.
make it so.